Well, hello, my name is Kate Lipsy, and I'll be your hostess for the next little bit. You're currently watching Speedrun Ragnarok, and we're proud to benefit Take This again this year. Take This is a mental health nonprofit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. Coming up next is a race between tinahacks and leggystarscream, where they'll be playing Octopath Traveler. Just a reminder, we do have two incentives that must be met by the end of this run for Final Fantasy VII Worlds Collide, which will be coming up next. Both naming the character and pick the sprite are both options that are available, and I highly encourage you to get in on that. Really excited for this to happen. Without further ado, and just so we can get the show going, let's move on over to both Tina and Leggy, and let's have some fun, and good luck to you two.
Yeah, luck is definitely what we're gonna need today. Hey Tina,
Yep.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? It's gonna be real fun. Oh boy,
Oh, yeah.
I'm rusty as heck at this. How are you at this? It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real
I've been
bad.
playing other routes, so let's see how badly I get mixed up.
Oh man, I've been sick for the last 3 weeks, so I haven't practiced at all. I'm really excited to show this off.
Well, hopefully it means that the 3% luck evens out for us.
Yeah. So, a couple things to look forward to towards the end of the run. People say that a lot of this game is scripted, and it's kind of true. There's a lot in this game that's under your control. Some things aren't under your control, and as soon as they aren't, they aren't. Towards the end of the run, we're going to have to try and steal something with a 3% success rate. I presently hold the world record of recorded failures in a row to steal at 220 something. I forget the exact number. It's way too many for a 3% chance of something to not happen. And then after that, the final boss, again, is scripted as long as everything goes your way. It's going to be real fun to show off.
Yeah, I was doing a derust of this the other day, and Darius just eats PBs for breakfast. It's disgusting.
I noticed that we got a bit of a rivalry going on because it's ECC versus Valkyries right now.
Yeah, and also, I learned this category from Tina as a result of the last Edge Case Collective Marathon.
Yeah, that's right. That was really fun.
Yeah, I'm glad to get a chance to show how far I've come and see how far I have yet to go.
No, you're going to win. It's going to be really great. This is going to be one of those stories where, like, the student bests the teacher, and it's like this whole thing.
Maybe. There's only one way to find out.
That's right.
And on that note, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. I think that we might be waiting right now for Dathus. Looks like there's a little bit going on behind the scenes, so we are going to wait for a cue that the rest of the world is ready for us to go.
Well, I'm certainly excited. You know, I'll take this as an opportunity to read some donations that did come in. We got a $5 donation from Frozen Flygon. Tina and Leggy, you both inspire me as amazing women in the speedrunning community. I am so glad to have you in my life. Good luck with the steals. We got a $50 donation from Dr. Goldfire, no message, and a $10 donation from Game Boy F9, just reminding us that Starbird, sorry, here, what did it say? Oh, here we go. World record for Starbird means $10 more towards a bulk learning elf. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
I'm really looking forward to that not being me. I'm really looking forward to that not being me. All right, we're getting the it's okay. So, hey, Carrie, I think that since either one of us counting down would be an unfair advantage.
I think I should. So I'll count this down with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, here we go. So, a fun fact about me and Octopath Traveler. I never actually played this game casually, so I have no idea what's happening in any of these cutscenes because I've always skipped them.
Some of these cutscenes are really great. You don't want to miss them.
Oh, I believe that, but that's slow.
That's true. One of the cutscenes has Therion get kicked off of a cliff. It's really good.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I've been meaning to go sit down and do like maybe a all travelers run where I just do cutscene percent.
So right now we're going to be just kind of cleaning out. With your first traveler, you don't have the option of whether or not you skip the intro to their story. You have to do it, which is good if you think about it really hard. So we're going to be doing that.
Yeah, I go for a thing where I try to open up that purple chest from the front side of the bush and I missed it.
Oh yeah, I like never get that. See, look at this. Already styling on me. I can't believe it.
I mean, does it count as styling if I failed the trick?
Well, I mean, you even went for it, so I think yes.
Fair. But yeah, we're going to steal 4 soul stones from one of the merchants, and that will basically enable us to get through the first boss here.
I actually think that I didn't equip that. I didn't hear the sound effect. There we go.
So we have to steal a letter of introduction, which I assume is what lets us into the mansion.
Yeah, and then we break in through the window anyway.
As you do.
Yeah, well, you know.
Look, what is a window except a transparent door?
That's true, and they left it open.
So yeah, I think while I'm assuming you're running through the mansion right now, I don't actually have your stream up, but there are a few main battle mechanics now that we're getting into combats that get tutorialized as we go through things. Braking and boosting.
Yep.
Braking, you'll notice that enemies have a... Why am I... number of shields next to their name and a number of boxes. Those boxes represent the damage types they're weak to. If you hit them with that many hits of the appropriate weakness, they get broken and they take a lot more damage. Boosting, every turn you get boost points, which allow you to supercharge your attacks effectively. And each attack has slightly different ways that boosting affects it, but for the most part, they either do more hits or just do bigger hits.
I have to ask, which one of you started speedrunning this first?
I think Leggy might have started speedrunning the game first, but I did this route first.
Yeah. So that sounds about right, because I remember you learning one of the routes you started with. I've picked up 4 different routes of this game so far. Obviously, this one I've learned Hanit single story and Tressa single story, as well as all female travelers.
I'm going for it.
Oh,
What's a marathon if you don't go for the hard strat?
You gotta go for it every time.
Yeah, this is actually really risky because RNG decides whether or not I live or die here. So this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't. I'm getting double hit here.
I got triple hit a couple times. It was a rough fight.
Yeah, no, right when I would have gone for it, Heathcliff is like, do you want to get double hit?
And
I'm
you
just
said
like,
no. But
I'm
he didn't
a coward.
listen.
One of the questions in chat is, does this run a lot of glitches?
I'm sorry, does it allow which?
Glitches.
And the follow-up question in chat is, are there even any Octopath glitches? Which is
so there are,
fair.
And in theory, this run would allow them, but none of them are useful in making the run itself faster. So yes, but oh wow. So that enemy that you see right there on my screen coming up is called a Kate, and I really want to see it. And I really want to see it not do that. Gosh. That's great. So anyway, I want to see it a little bit later. So hopefully that Kate's going to come back. Also, anybody who runs this game is very mad that I had a Kate not flee on the first turn.
Yes, I am. Heck, you got a Kate before I even got to encounter zones where you could see a Kate. So.
Yeah, I got a Kate, and then the Kate did gill toss instead of running away, and I don't have a stone yet. All right, so coming up, this screen is very dangerous. You want to stop running about halfway across the bridge, and then you'll walk the rest of the way to get to the save point, usually. And it's really dangerous because this is the first sequence break that you're going to see in this game. There's really powerful items here that we can use to trivialize a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing. Also, everything in this zone is going to one-hit kill me, which is good if you think about it.
Yeah, so I also got one on my second encounter.
Oh, wow. I'm getting very, oh, okay. Well, very middle luck this time. I still didn't make it to the save point, but I surprised myself.
Yo. I am doing my save and reset right now, so...
We're very close together then.
Yeah. Yeah. And as soon as we pick up the item here in the mine, which is going to be a large soul stone, which is going to do a massive amount of damage, we're going to use another mechanic in the game, which is the fast travel. Any city you've been to, you can just teleport back there at any time.
Yep, and you're going to see a bunch of the routing in this category is just us running to tag a city so that we can work back to it later, just because it's closer now.
Yeah. But yeah, soulstones are...
I've got real bad luck so far with encounters. You're gonna get ahead of me just in terms of encounters and enemies. Enemies getting more turns than they should.
Yeah, I got a double egg encounter on my way up to the Swarky Trail. So that's always fun. But yeah, soulstones are basically going to let us trivialize a lot of the first round bosses, the chapter 1 bosses. But we'll get into what we start using for other things as we pick up our other companions for the run.
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of explain it because we're mostly just running to pick up our next very good boy.
I got a cat.
You got a cat? Oh man. All right, so you're going to see a route divergence. I say that based on the RNG that I've seen so far. There's no way I'm going to get another Kate. But anyway, this game does have a pay-to-win mechanic, and you're going to see that come into play a little bit later.
Oh yeah. There's a reason Tressa is best girl.
I take this as an opportunity just to remind everyone that we do actually have 2 bid wars going on for Final Fantasy VII Worlds Collide. One of them is naming the starting character, and the other one is picking the sprite set, and you have a choice between Final Fantasy crossover and vanilla Final Fantasy VI. I just realized I said Final Fantasy VII. I meant Final Fantasy VI. So I would love to see that these 2 incentives get met by the end of the run. And yeah, thanks.
Hey, remember when I said there was going to be a route divergence?
Now there's the route reconvergence?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go.
See, I rarely get a Kate in practice, so I don't actually know the routing for what happens when you get a Kate super well, so I think advantage Tina.
Maybe. It changes a couple of things in terms of HP values. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this earlier. This game is also kind of a math quiz, especially this particular run. I want specific people. God, this is going to sound really familiar to anybody who watched me when I was trying to go for the Final Fantasy VI world record. I want specific people to be at low health at the final boss because I'm going to have somebody defending them. And all of the math changes if you get a cape, so this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in a couple screens from where I am presently getting way too many encounters, Leggy's probably past me right now, but in a couple screens, we're going to need to do another very dangerous walk. It's very rare not to get an encounter, so we're kind of just praying to get a run.
Yeah. It is the next screen for me.
So I feel like this is a good time to talk about running away from encounters. I say as I fail 3 times in a row. On the 5th run attempt that you put in, you are guaranteed a run. So you're guaranteed to succeed if you've already failed 4 times.
Neat. It's always nice when enemies let you get 4 or 5 attempts.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Alright, I didn't even game over once. So I am in the Shrine of the Sage. You're going to see us go to, in my route, 2 different shrines. I'm not sure if the routes that we're using are different. But this lets us, kind of like Final Fantasy V, like this gives me access to more jobs.
Oh, and I get ambushed by my 2nd attempt to get to the Sage Shrine.
All right, so the reason that we wanted to get to the Sage Shrine is that we want a skill called Evasive Maneuvers, which halves the encounter rates on these screens that we're running through. So now you're going to see a lot fewer encounters, which also means a lot fewer failed escape attempts.
Okay, finally through.
So once again, a little minor sequence break, just to skipping a little bit of content here, picking up some extremely end-game items.
Right. Yeah, I'm popping into town to start off Therion's next chapter and make sure I can teleport back here later. I'm not going to get too deep into it because we've got a lot of scrutinizing we want to do in there.
Yeah, so each character has their own skill that they can do. Therion, the thief, unsurprisingly steals. we're about to pick up another character called Cyrus, who is he's a mage. They're called scholars. He can scrutinize. He likens himself to Sherlock Holmes. He really thinks that that's a very good book series, a very good show on the BBC. And so he cosplays as Sherlock Holmes, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but in reality, he just kind of stares at people until they tell him what he wants to know, and he goes away.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to take this as an opportunity to remind everyone that you're currently watching Speedrun Ragnarok, and we're proud to benefit Take This again this year. Sorry about that. Take This has traveled to many different conventions such as PAX, MagFest, and TwitchCon to reach out to the gaming community about mental health issues via informative panels.
Yeah, Take This has been active for a really long time at this point. They've, well, I've never interacted with them directly because I pretty much go to GDQ and that's it. Like I've spoken with more than enough people who've been profoundly influenced by the work that they do. So super excited to get to help with that. So a little bit of just lore going on there. Cyrus just scrutinized a young child and then found a mid-game soul stone, which now that you've seen us using them, you know, are basically grenades. So that small child had a grenade, and I don't think that that's safe. I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm currently on the Russell fight. Okay. Honestly,
every time that you screen transition, there's an autosave. I'm about to have to do some scrutinizing with really bad percentages. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to trigger that autosave so that this goes really wrong. I can just revert the previous save.
Oh my gosh. Right. And here I was forgetting that Cyrus had the final plot trigger that you have to do when he leaves town before you can teleport anywhere.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. Can we get good scrutinizers?
I just failed the 70% one. That's good.
Okay. So there's the 30 down. Who first tried this on the...
So I think that what we just saw was a route divergence there. I went ahead and tagged the area where I'm going to be going next, Ripple-Tide, and I think that it sounds like Leggy did not.
I have not yet. I'm just doing all the things I need to do before I leave that I would normally do if I don't get a Kate, just so I don't forget to do things. I'm gonna have to make that run again anyway.
Yeah, so one micro optimization that route divergence creates, which might not be immediately obvious, is that while Leggy is going to make a similar run, the cutscene that I went through actually ended up, it puts you a few steps ahead of where you would be otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So...
yeah, and also it's doing the run that
that's
does
how
save one
scared I am of
teleport
Leggy
later.
at this point. Is I need every advantage that I can get because Leggy's good at this game, and I'm at least a month's worth of rust to shake off during this run. It's good though, like if you think about it, not too hard.
Yeah. It's okay. To make up for the month's worth of rust, I'm definitely in the version of this route that I know way less well. So, perfectly balanced. Okay.
This was a really early fight. Because of job point routing, I'm actually not too upset about that because it lets me grind out another fight right here. Because Tressa needs some job points.
Mm-hmm. Tressa needs job points because she needs to get hired help.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this as an opportunity to read 2 donations that have come
Hey,
in.
please do.
Go for it.
So I have a $5 donation from Margaret Ann that just says honk. And then I got an anonymous $100 donation saying, cannot say enough about how awesome this run and game is. Thank you so very much, everyone.
Yeah, this run's super fun. It's really comfy. This game is super, super fun. Anybody who's looking for either a new speed run, but you want something that's going to be just real cozy and you get to relax and play a game and listen to some really killer music, or if you're looking for a first speed run, this really fits the ticket for either of those.
Look, RBW, Ulbrich is just your basic fighter boy, kind of generic. Nothing really stands out about him, IMO.
one important thing that does stand out about him is that his single story route is the one route where you do a glitch. You get to do a little cheaty do.
Okay, to make up for him as a character, you get to do a cool glitch. That's nice, at least.
Gosh, you ever try to go home and instead you walk into a sword shop? Yeah, me too, all the time.
Now we will see how hecked my job point count is after this.
Oh, did you not grind out the safety encounter?
Oh no, I did after Tressa. It's more I didn't grind out the 2 encounters you usually do before doing Cyrus's boss.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know whether or not those are necessary because I'm not doing the Whistlewood grind.
Yeah, so the reason that they're not necessary is because Cyrus didn't learn the 2 spells.
Right, but he still needs to pick up one of them.
Yes.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
He will, like, way later after you do the encounter where you need hired help for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now that we've got our full party together.
Okay, so you're doing 3 characters?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now we're gonna start running through some really dangerous areas. It's gonna be very scary for us and very exciting for all of you.
Yeah. Let me put it like this, Tina. I don't know the 4-character route.
Oh, see, that feels like it's a benefit to you, though. I'm doing the pirate run. I'm gonna try.
Go for it.
I was 2 steps away from succeeding with the pirate run.
Oh no! See, I did the pirate run when you were teaching me, and just never again.
Look, when it happens, it feels great. And even this, thanks to the turn order, not too terrible. Because having to quit out to the main menu and load, like, that takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I saved time there. I didn't. But I'm going to justify it however I can.
I mean, you have to justify it.
Look, I went for a dumb strat because we're showing off a really cool game. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That you're welcome was aimed at... You know what, it's fine. No, you're also welcome, Twitch chat, but yes. You, my friend, specifically, you are welcome.
Look, I'm just saying thank you for showing it off because it means that I don't have to remember and try to show it off.
All threats are valid if you ask me.
Yeah, it's totally valid. And that's why I appreciate Tina showing it off. What's the recommended resource to start speedrunning this game? I believe the SRCom page for this game has a number of speedrun guides.
It does. So what you're going to find is the speedrun guides are very, very verbose, which is helpful and great. And you are going to make your own speedrun guide that you will use instead of those. You're going to do that because you're going to realize, oh wow, these are very verbose. And then you're going to come back to it in like 2 months and you're going to realize that everything that you wrote is inscrutable. That's the real fun. That's the fun of speedrunning.
Yeah. Like, there's 2 flavors of guide. Right, I don't need to run all the way down to Grandport in this category.
I mean, you can if you want. If you want to be loaded, if you want to just be flushed with cash. How many steal failures are you planning on?
All of them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there's two flavors of guide that are you really want for a speed run. One is the beginner's guide that assumes no knowledge of the game and gives you all of the information, and it's just information overwhelming. And then there's your personal notes, which have things edited out because you know them by heart. You can just say, oh, go here and do that thing.
Yep. And what's really fun is, you pick up a new game, you run that for a while, and then you get to experience what archaeologists must feel like when they're trying to figure out what in the world this culture was trying to communicate with a grammar that doesn't appear to work.
Yeah, because most of the time people upload the second and not the former.
Yeah.
It's coming up in the chat. We do actually have some instead of like prizes and such. We're excited to let you know that we have fantastic Take This loot in our prizes this year. Normally you can only get this loot from donating directly to Take This loot during a convention. So all of these are rare finds. We have a variety of wonderful prizes, including today you can win a Take This Hope Shield made by Wormwood Gaming. Every Hope Shield comes with a box of hope and is created from a random wood by Wormwood. You can use this as a worry stone and a reminder that you're not alone. We have 3 of these wonderful Hope Shields to give away this year. Each one blind box, so you will be a surprise for what you receive. Each shield will come with information about the unique and beautiful wood used to create it. So definitely want to get some donations in, and we got some great prizes coming up this week.
For anybody who hasn't seen Wormwood stuff before, it's absurd. It's such high quality. Wormwood is amazing at the craftsmanship that they put into everything that they make.
Okay, do I get out with my life and this Viper Dagger?
Yeah, Leggy is super hot on my heels. That cave where you pick up the Viper Dagger, you have like steps to spare. It's very scary.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how many times I hecked that up. I got it first try though,
nice.
Which is always nice.
That cave, if you're doing PB attempts, it ends runs. Period.
100%. Okay. There we go. I know how maps work.
Maps are hard.
Yeah. Especially when you're trying to move the cursor around on a keyboard, and the cursor is actually kind of sticky to various locations, including ones you can't actually teleport to.
Yeah, it's real great. Also, it moves at light speed if you're using a controller.
Oh, I can only imagine. But yeah, full disclosure to chat right now, I am not off notes for Octopath in any of the categories I run.
So I will point out, like, with games like RPGs, it's not uncommon to see people running with notes, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Like, eventually you might get to a point where, like, so this specific route, I decided to grind enough that I am currently running off notes. But, like, most games, like Final Fantasy VI, I guess I also was off notes by the end of my grind, but no, notes are good.
Yeah.
There's no shame in
like, I personally find that Octopath, especially when we get into, like, the boss fights, the strategies are just so particular, and I'm so prone to getting my wires crossed that having a good set of personal notes is incredible. Anyway, let's see if I get a cat and a lizard instead of 2 lizards.
Well, I got caught by surprise instead of getting 2 lizards into good turn order, so...
Fair.
I think that you might have just taken the lead.
Well, we'll see. Luckily, Therion knows Insight, so he can tank these hits.
Wait, I don't think Therion can tank these hits.
I mean, he could, you know, face tank one of them.
Oh, wow. Nope. For me, he just face planted.
Oh, yeah. Like, the goal was, okay, Therion uses Insight, he gets hit, he dies, but I was hoping he could take both hits. He could take one of them, and yeah, no, that was bad turn order.
Well, I've had 2 caught by surprises in a row, so this is... That's Octopath, everyone!
What? RNG in my RPG speed game?
So remember when I said how this game is totally scripted until it's not?
Yeah, the big bit of non-scripting is in fact the encounter turn order.
Holy cow.
Okay, I got it second try.
I'm going for run number 4.
Oh gosh.
So, that's good.
Anyway, now that we're done tagging all of our towns, well, I'm done tagging all of our towns for Therion.
It begins.
At this point, the game is just knock down all of the chapters in order.
Yeah, it turns into a boss rush. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody is planning on donating for each party wipe that I get because of being caught by surprise right here, you know, make sure to mention that in your donation message. We'll all be very interested to hear about it.
And I'm not saying you should donate for how many 3% steals we fail, but I'm just saying that like this would be very grateful if you did. Oh, I was supposed to steal those, dang it.
Just as a reminder, we do actually have some bid wars still going on with Final Fantasy World Collide. We have named the starting characters with Goose, Horse, and Yoshi. So thanks. Yoshi and Horse are currently leading, with Goose still being an option. So I encourage you all to do your best to have Goose win.
All right, it's boss rush time. I'm real excited. I'm excited to get to play the game again.
Okay, that's exciting. Huh.
Whatever you've got going on, you've got time. Don't worry about it.
It's fine, it's fine. I just have to remember to teach Therion Thousand Spears later, because I don't actually need it for this part right here. Yeah, all of my notes are for assuming you don't get a Kate. And because we got the Kate, all of the job point values are a little out of whack.
That's true. So you end up needing to know how the math works.
Yep. But yeah, I am now in the Therion Chapter 2 dungeon. It's pretty much just a run straight through. Because at this point, the random encounters are kind of scary.
Kind of nerdy housewife pointed out that the game sprite and the sprite work in this game is really pretty, and I have to agree. Like every time I've seen you or either one of you two, excuse me, play this game, like I'm just overwhelmed by how beautiful this game is done.
Right?
Yeah, this game is just gorgeous. It's it was my understanding made kind of as a love letter to Final Fantasy VI, and the music and art definitely give that feeling.
Okay.
So as I run through Orlix Vance, what we're hoping to have happen is no encounters. That's rare.
Yeah, I got one. Which was actually relatively nice. And here's the first instance of hired help, which you will notice is doing 4 hits of 7k each.
I mean, that's fair, right? That's a fair amount of damage for this point in the game. It's fine.
Yeah. I hope you like seeing that, because you will be seeing it a fair bit. I don't want to talk about how many times I failed the 65% bottle of wine.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you giving me the chance to catch up.
I mean, we gotta make it close for the fans. It's all about you, chat. Everything we do is for you. But right here is actually my personal least favorite run in this entire category. Because I think it comes down to RNG whether or not you actually have enough steps to make it.
You might be going a incorrect route. If so, there's a route that's almost always correct.
Yeah. I'll have to watch videos again. But I got it first try, so clearly I'm not doing things completely incorrectly.
Now, I assume that the both of you are playing this on PC, but is there anything that would hinder doing this run, say, on Switch or whatever? Actually, you are both doing it on PC, excuse me. But
we are both doing it on PC, yes. Not per se. In fact, there are different glitches on Switch, and I believe that the leaderboards are still split between PC and Switch.
Yes.
Load times do hurt on Switch, so it makes it difficult to compare the two.
Yeah, the load time is can be a little rough, especially between the two, but there is no reason you can't run it on one or the other. I'm a coward, so I'm going to save before Gareth.
Gareth is one of the fights that are 100% scripted in this game, which means that you absolutely must save before, otherwise you will miss menu and it will be very embarrassing.
I've had issues with Gareth just wiping Therion doing too much damage, and I'm not sure whether or not if that's because of HP ranges or if I need to equip more stuff.
Interesting.
You know, it also helps to teach Cyrus Blizzard before going into Gareth.
Yep, I almost forgot to do that, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Chat is asking about how many boss fights are scripted for this run.
All of them, in theory. Again, there are some issues, especially with Darius, that come down to turn order. But for the most part, all of these fights have a set script that if you follow, you will be able to nail it, modulo some starting conditions.
Yeah. Almost every fight is scripted once you're past turn 1. There's a couple of bosses where that's not true. Hanit's route is particularly egregious.
Yes. but even then, there are still strategies that you can use that, while not being a full script, are as close to scripting as one could want to get. So now it's off to Northreach for the final leg of the run. And who's ready for 3%?
Yeah, that's going to be what decides whether or not I can catch up. I'm excited.
So chat's asking what category you would recommend to start speedrunning this.
Whatever character you really enjoy. It's one of those things where all of these have a kind of mean RNG gate somewhere in them. So as long as you're aware of that and you don't mind playing through the story a bunch, whatever. Like, what matters with speedrunning is that you're having fun.
Yeah, so for me personally, I started by learning Tressa's route, because, again, I am of the opinion that Tressa is best girl. I've heard that Primrose's single story can be a little rude, but, you know, so can any of the routes here.
Okay, this actually might be real bad.
Oh no!
The bandit fight is going very sideways. That's good.
The one before Gareth or the one in Northreach?
The one right at the start of Northreach. This is good.
Oh, I had like a textbook fight there.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So it's deeply unfortunate to hear that you aren't. But it's also nice to hear that we're basically neck and neck.
All right, I just got to win the lotto here, and then we're fine. Okay?
Yeah. Move.
We've made it, everyone. Good news.
And this helm. Jobs. Cyrus goes to Warrior, learns any 2 skills. Sorry, I menu out loud. Sidestep. Therion gets Shackle Foe and goes to Warrior.
I'm gonna read some donations if that's okay with you too.
Yeah, go
By
for
all
it.
means.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're kind of finishing up the storyline here. There's going to be a lot of skipping of cutscenes, and then we'll call out when it's time for 3%.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we got an anonymous $20 donation. That's with no comment. Ravlin donates $10. Again, no comment. Margaret Ann donates $20 with a comment saying honk honk. Just a reminder, we also have some bid wars going on for Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, naming the starting characters. Currently, Yoshi leads ahead with $100, followed by Goose at 25 and Horse with 20. We also have another bid war for Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide with picking the sprite set. Presently, Final Fantasy VI Vanilla is leading. We will be closing these incentives at the end of this run, so if you want to choose a name or if you want to pick the sprite set, please get them in, because we only have so much time left in this run here.
And so I'm already starting on my 3%. So you'll notice I've already failed 5 times. And I have to come into the bar, restore my reputation. And I'm going to drop a save here just in case I start encroaching on Tina's world record.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. Because it does cost money to restore your reputation, $1,000 per each time, and we do need a certain amount of money left over to actually hire help once we get to the final boss. Anyway, chat, if you want to keep count for me, because I can't. I just can't.
All right, time for me to drop a save and start doing the same thing.
And yes, Chad is pointing out that I am slow rolling you. I am in the final dungeon now.
Oh my god, I can't believe I've been disrespected this way.
I can't believe I got like what, 18? Something ridiculous like that? No, I went back and I had to refuel at least 2 or 3 times. There's no way that was 8. Eh. Yeah, the run ain't over till it's over.
Not 18. That was 12? That was either 12 or 17. It was something plus 2.
Well, I miscalculated where my steps were and I got ambushed.
Oh dear. Those autosaves are going to be real good.
Luckily, I got to the book.
Oh, good.
It does mean I need to come back here and heal. No, I actually don't have enough healing to get everyone to full, so I'm just going to reset.
I was about to say, if I have to heal, I am in a bad way. All right, we're in theory at the same spot now.
Yep. You're at the book?
I am just now starting my first Darius fight.
Here we go.
All right, I'm about to start my second Darius fight after I won.
Oh, gosh. I don't know how to do it when you have both merchants go first.
You don't.
That's what I was afraid of.
And you go, well, that's too bad. You need 1,000 spears. Without 1,000 spears, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just realized I probably didn't equip Fleetfoot on Therion, which I'm gonna double check that, because if that's the case, that's the problem.
I checked. I have.
Oh, if I haven't equipped Fleetfoot, I also haven't equipped. Hey, how about that?
I forgot to teach 1,000 spears. I was talking about that. Oh my god. And that was an attempt too. Therion went first.
That's very sad. I have become sadder having heard that. Well, don't worry. I'm never going to have Therion go first, so it doesn't matter. You're still going to win this race.
It's just going to be a question of who gets RNG to play. We'll see if I ever get Therion to go first again. I had an attempt, and I threw it on the ground.
So this is why races of this particular category are great. You can't be mad about who wins or loses. The game decides, not you. But you do get to hear the intro to the final boss theme a lot, and that's real fun.
Chat, I don't have my webcam on, but I've got the biggest grin on my face right now. I'm having so much fun.
So much like with the ambushes, if chat wants to donate for every time that one of us gets an incompletable Darius start, I mean, I'm not here to tell you to go broke, but
like you can
it
do
would
it
make
in
you look
small
like a
amount.
big, yeah, like a little bit per.
Yeah.
It'd still make a big difference.
Like, you know, if you donate 10 cents per, you still might wind up donating $20, but you know.
And you're joking, but I still haven't had a single fight that is capable of starting.
I had one. If I had taught 1,000 spears, I had it.
Oh, that's close. Therion is the first of my party to act, so that's good. We're inching our way closer to what we want to see.
Love it when Darius gets 2 attacks before Therion.
Yep. But yeah, so chat, this is also why this particular category is really exciting to run. When everything goes well, you've basically won the lottery.
Yeah, and this category is also really exciting to run because everything can go well right up until this last town. And then you're just
honestly,
really sad.
It's very rare that anything goes super sideways before the end of the run.
I have to admit that I've gotten used to hearing the game over sound from watching you two stream this.
Well.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good if you think about it.
To answer your question, Mike, yes. Specifically, we have to hope that Therion goes first so that we can break Darius before we just get, you know, ridiculously one-shot.
I can't believe our friend would steal our items this way. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the plot here. They used to be friends. They were friends. They trusted each other. And now it's come to this.
Yeah. And while Darius got deeper into, you know, not having friends, Therion has new friends now.
How dare. All right. I need your energy, chat. Let's see if this one goes. All right, we've got an attempt.
Good luck. There are moves that can change turn order. You just have to have the opportunity to use them. Oh. Therion's first. So if 1,000 spears lands 4 times... Nope. How's that attempt for you going?
We're about to find out if I get put into low health. Hey, looks like we're doing okay.
Well, GG's then.
It's not 100% over yet. We'll see.
And so the wipes continue. Yes, a fun fact, 1,000 Spears is guaranteed to hit a minimum of 3 times.
You need to hit 4.
Yup. I've had 2 attempts with 1,000 Spears that landed 3 out of 4 times.
Alright, time is coming up on my end. I almost mismenued, so I had to double check that one. So there's going to be some cutscenes that I'm going to skip, and then I will call time. Got a few cutscenes that all get skipped here, and then time. 1, 2. And time.
GG's.
Good game. 106. That's not a fantastic time, but you know what? I had a fantastic time running, and just a killer time running with a race with my friends. So heck yeah.
Okay, I've got one that's going.
Come on, I believe in you. You got this.
Okay, here Tressa defends. Therion uses Shackle Foe. Sidestep 3. Okay, everyone's knocked down into critical health. And my collect missed. That's exciting.
Oh no. I saw that as a 35% collect. Was that max BP?
My notes said only 3 BP3. I didn't get the Soul Stone off because I had to use a spear hit. So this might once again be pear-shaped.
I believe in the next attempt.
I believe this attempt is over, but you know we're going to play it out because I've got 6 minutes until we hit the estimate. So
this is your stage right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna take the wipe here because that's a good opportunity. But anyway, is this the point where I shout out that tomorrow night I'm going to be running the all-female travelers category of this on GDQ Hotfix?
I think yes. I think this. I just said that this was your stage.
And that route is a little less, well, RNG
It's a little bit less this.
Yeah, because you actually get things like levels and experience and endgame skills.
Sounds fake to me.
But yeah, I will make attempts. If I don't have a solid attempt going by the time we hit the estimate, I will just call it there.
Hey, y'all, remember when we had that 8-minute world record? That was exciting.
Yeah. If this run finishes or not, I do not mind. I am having a great time. It is always wonderful to get to hang out with you, Tina.
Oh, it's always a blast. Heck yeah.
Oh, we got one. We got one. Let's go.
I'm here for this. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if the notes say BP3, that if it's only giving you a 35% chance, that's a lie. Whoever said that lied to you.
And it might have been me. I've been known to lie to myself.
That might have been a artifact of the fact that there are two different ways of notating your BP usage in this game. Some people like to say you use 3 BP charges as BP3 versus...
Yes. Versus you
versus
do...
the level 3, yeah.
Yeah.
And occasionally you'll run into documents that use both, and that's very fun.
Right? I do strongly attempt to keep my notes consistent. Okay, so here is we're going for... Yeah, okay. If you do a 3 here, it's only a 40%, so yeah, you want to do a full charge there.
Then a full charge is going to give you a 95 or 100, depending on whether or not you got the first stone off.
Mm-hmm. Which is
it looks like you're doing the alt
number.
route. Yes. Yeah, it looks like you're doing the alternate route, Darius, which is the faster one. You save a couple turns, which is good, until you try and do a 35% steal, which is bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming up, we're gonna see Cyrus do his best Celis impersonation from the Kefka fight. Which I love the fact that that's still a thing. That fills me with great joy.
Okay. And now I throw a bunch of hired help out. And time is coming up very soon. And time.
So that was a scripted fight, you know, after the unscripted part.
Yeah. Thank you again, Tina, for teaching me this and then mentioning that you were throwing this in, and so that we got the opportunity to do this race. This was a ton of fun.
Heck yeah, any time that I get to sit down with a good friend and just do a comfy race of a comfy game, and especially a comfy game where we both know that we're rolling dice. We are speedrunning rolling dice here, so we don't have to care, you know, the result of this race or this particular run, because it's just a blast.
Right? And like, if you do well, I feel good because, you know, you're my friend and you did well.
Exactly. And likewise. Hey, we both went underestimate. May as well have been a world record as far as I'm concerned, you know, as opposed to the real world record that we've already had happen in this marathon. Congratulations again.
Indeed. So what is happening next then?
Well,
Tell us about what's coming up.
yeah, what's coming up is actually Final Fantasy VI World Collide with Cassie Badger and Blue the Runner.
Yeah, so if you
That
like
sounds like so much
RNG,
fun.
stick around for an actual randomizer.
Yeah, so I guess what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up for the next run here. But once again, thanks for you two coming out and doing what I think is a really beautiful and gorgeous RPG.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, with that said, we will actually be taking a break to set up for the next run. But please do stick around. A few things will be given out in the interim. But by all means, please stick around and enjoy what's coming up next.